It's funny how my car always gets left out in the sun. You know what I need? A new shed. From carports, sheds, verandas. No job is too big or too small. Industrial, domestic and commercial. From plans, footings to shed instalment, he can even organise the concrete too. From the hills to Murrayland and out in the Mallee, from farm and rural sheds, commercial and industrial sheds, Colorbond sheds, cyclone rated sheds, with over 15 years experience, call Wayne today for a free measure and quote. Don't muck it, call Wayne Luckett, 0417 852 032. Builder's licence 243 895.
There's only one thing better than a footy win. That's sitting back relaxing with a Fluorio gin. Small batch handcrafted gins using a combination of botanicals, just like my favourite, the Fluorio Sunset. Nothing beats it. Check out the new Fluorio Gin Distillery and Cellar Door at 464 Fork Tree Road, Myponga. How about your own gin with a personalised label for your special event or even a grand final win? Grab a Fluorio Gin 3-pack or the popular vanilla vodka. That'll keep you coming back. You can click and save at fluoriogin.com.au, distillery right to your door. Or call Shane 0400 254 933. Fluorio Gin, seriously good gin.
If it's time to add a little magic to your flooring and windows, our online catalogue is full of great ideas at great prices. There's magic in a Solomon's floor.
Yes, Grace, and there's magic in a Solomon's store.
If it's time to add a little magic to your windows, our Sultan's range of custom-made blinds, shutters, curtains and outdoor screens means there's something for every home. And that's why
there's magic in a Solomon's store.
Thinking insurance? An MGA Insurance Group broker can save you time, money and stress. Whether it's business, farm, crop, professional or private insurance, MGA provides advice and assistance to make sure you're properly protected. And when claims arise, MGA works for you to ensure that you get your full entitlement. Your local MGA Insurance Group broker is a specialist in insurance and risk management. Give them a call today and put MGA to work for you.
Contact John, MGA Fluorio, 0439 886 331.
Simply Shutters and Shades. The simple choice when it comes to blinds, curtains, shutters and shades. With over 15 years experience, we know our stuff and we know how to help you. Zip track and zip screen, roller shutters or plantation shutters, or maybe you prefer curtains. Whatever you need, we can help make it simple and easy for you. Call Simply Shutters and Shades today. Book your free design consultation and let the team transform your vision into reality. Simply Shutters and Shades, 0413 688 486, and remember to ask for the MFLTV discount.
My baler's not picking up, the mower's not cutting it, and it's time to upgrade the tractor. It's all come at once. For the man on the land, farming is a 365 days a year tie. Lucky we got Giles Machinery just around the corner. MD and JA Giles can service all your equipment with their qualified technicians and mechanical service. For over 40 years servicing the Murraylands and Fluorio farmers, Giles Machinery, Dunreath Road, just off Milnes Road, Strathalbyn. Phone 0885 363 455. Giles Machinery, experience on every line.
Me and the girls, we'd like to thank you for choosing Fluorio Milk. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to continue doing what we love, helping make farming sustainable for the next generation.
For my family, some things are really important. Fluorio milk is fresh, from cow to shelf within 24 hours. They're locally family owned, community minded and passionate about farming. Real healthy dairy products, the way they used to taste.
Fluorio Milk, South Australian and proud of it.
Bridge Hotel, right in the heart of the creek. Drop in for a coldie after the game. Meals available, 70 Bridge Road, Langhorne Creek. Phone 0885 373 010.
What does farming in the BT
And it's a very good afternoon from the home of McLaren Districts, or McLaren Vale, whichever one you want to look at. It's now known more as McLaren Districts with their adjustment to the name. And it is a beautiful day. We've been really scared that it's going to be an absolute pelting down rain, but well, that could come later. There's some fog up in the hills, but the sun is shining through now. And we've just had the Simply Shutters and Shades coin toss. G'day to the team there. Harry and the team at Simply Shutters and Shades. And McLaren have won the toss, and they have decided to kick to the right of screen, I think it was. So there you go. McLaren getting the first blood without too much further ado. Let's welcome in the number one journalist on the Flurio, Tommy Wyman. G'day, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, well, thanks. Nice to be back. Always nice to be back here because it's always warm in this box here, so it's great. It's a bit fresh out there, but like you said, the rain stayed away for now, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, the wind's sort of come up a little bit, and it's chilled. This morning there wasn't really any breeze, so you didn't notice it as chilly. But I think it's nearly colder now than it was this morning, with that breeze being fairly fresh. But the sun's out. The guns are out. The oval is actually, I was just talking to the curator earlier, and he said it's actually held up better than he thought. It's chopped up a little bit, but there's areas that are quite fine. The drainage here, not too bad, unless you're at the gateway where you drive in. It was pretty hectic there, pouring off the vines there down the drains. And in fact, John said to me, he hasn't seen the water gushing around the drains of the entrance here like that for many years. So
yeah, we had a little bit of rain down at Victor this morning, but it's patchy and it's certainly no sign of it rain here yet. There's even a bit of blue sky poking through, but yeah, pleasant conditions, I'd say. Not too bad. Could be a lot worse.
Certainly could. And let's have a look where McLaren and Langhorne's Creek are on the ladder in this reserves grade competition. And the McLaren Eagles are sitting on top. They have 13 wins and no losses. Langhorne's Creek are sitting in 7th place, 6 and 7. So we're underway, and McLaren just clean it straight out of the middle with a centre clearance as easy as Winky down to the full forward line. They can't get a mark down there. That was, I think, White. Hacked out of there back towards the goals. Big fly in there. No one can take the mark. And Stacks on the mill straight away. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
Oh, what a hot start. The Creek yet to touch the footy.
Yeah, you'd love to be a full forward with a exit out of the centre like that. You'd be streaming down the middle in the hot spot and marking it right on the chest, but not to be for the Eagles. And whereas they could have been lining up for goal, they are in a scrimmage here. The Creeks hook it around the corner back into the centre of the ground. One of the areas that aren't actually too bad here at the ground. And beautifully out the back door, nicely passed across. Good mark here by the 47 of Long. He holds onto it now, takes off, drives it into that forward pocket right in front of the points, and looks like White down there might have taken a ripper. Great mark there by Air White, and that was absolutely brilliant there by the captain, jumping up, and good contested mark, and he'll go back from about 10 metres out on the 45-degree angle, perhaps a little bit greater than that, and line up for goal.
We're already seeing why McLaren are the best side in this competition so far. There's class all around the field. A lot of them have played A-grade football, and that experience is really going to hold them in good stead in the reserves competition.
White lines it up, taking his full allocated time, and he caresses it nicely through. The gun forward doesn't miss. First blood to the Eagles.
What does farming and the BT50 have in common? They are both reborn and built from the ground up. Perfect for the man on the land or that adventure, the BT50 is available at Duddon's Murraylands. Duddon's are a 70-year-old, third-generation, family-owned, multi-franchise dealer that you can trust. Now with Ford, so check out their Everest. Duddon's are your 4x4 and SUV specialists. Visit either of their 2 Murraybridge dealerships or visit duddons.com.au for more information. Duddon's. Easy to do business with.
Back in the centre, and should be a pretty good oval at Strathalbyn today to play in the centre. They had the cricket covers on the centre pitch, so keeping that all dry yesterday. So good thinking there by the curator over there. I guess that would have been that curator Cousins there that runs the cricket pitch. He wouldn't have wanted it all bogged up with cricket season about 11 weeks away. And a good mark there on the half-forward line.
Yeah, used the body really well there, Long. Just sort of took the contact early, then allowed him to get in front spot.
Passes it to White. He's got about 3 on him. Front and centre's all Hawks. They run it out of defence to half-back. And all those players that are free down there of Hawks, they have their opponents, the McLaren, all running there for that ball, which went out of bounds. And it was almost like those blokes are running free there and their opponents are running free down in the back lines for the respective sides. Ball up right in front of the entrance here at McLaren, over there where we normally are, but we've had to shift to the clubroom side due to the absolute bog and mud on that other side. Already about 4 cars being pulled out over there today, getting bogged. So, gee, it reminds me of the days at the old Bridgewater, back when Langhorne Creek were playing in the hills.
Yes.
Back in the late 70s. And that one there, locked in there, and the umpire has come in and adjudged that he'll take the ball. And he can't even hold on to it. It's got that slippery already. And we'll have a ball up right in front of those 2 magnificent gum trees right in the oval. Creeks get the crumbs here and just can't get out of traffic, and locked in there. And in fact dribbles over the line for a throw-in right in front of those magnificent brand new lights. Of course, last year we did a night match here, the inaugural opening. And umpires today, David Johnson and Saxon Albin. As back into that centre area, looks pretty good and smick in there. Creek's working hard on all fours against the tide. Good tackle in there. In there come late was Sutton, and we'll have a ball up on half forward for the Eagles. Up she goes. The ball bounces. Both rucks had eyes on each other, not the footy. The umpires found a free for high. Goes the way of the Hawks. And they're on the half back line. And not a bad kick there. Looks like it might be Tauk. Drives it to centre forward. Good mark taken there by Hannum using the body. Plays on. Has a man out here on our commentary box side. He sort of waits for it to come. Good spoil by Long. Oh, determination there. Put the body on the line. The Eagles. And good work in there by Rendy. And we'll have another throw up.
He never looked confident there, Scott Hannon, going back. Should have probably taken his time a little bit more, but nevertheless.
And had the shot for goal. The big ruckman here. Yep. He's got to get on all fours. He's down on there, down for the count there. Great work by the big fella in Goma. And sort of, you run out on the oval when it's a wet, muddy day like this and you go, but then after about 5 minutes you got your first bit of mud on you. It's all good and you don't care. And you just think you're a real country footballer once you get that first bit of mud on you. Let's play this game. Tapped away, and the umpire's found a free. And it is against, looks like the ruckman Mills.
So that was the umpire off the play that actually called that, I think.
Okay, so it wasn't against Mills. His teammates got it. Current temperature 11.9. Feels like 9.6. Overnight low was 9, so not quite as cold as we have had it. Cloudy, and the wind about 15 kilometres an hour, 99% humidity. So not too bad of conditions at the moment.
Yeah, one to watch for me probably would be Harrison Evans from McLaren Districts. Obviously polled pretty well in the last couple of male medals for the reserves. He's always around the mark and a mainstay of this side.
Back to half forward. Bundled out of it there was Tyler Follett. Good tackle in there by Eagles, and that was Evans. Umpire says my ball on half forward for the Creeks. Millsy goes at it again. And wrapped up there, the old glad wrap tackle on Lambert, one of the stalwarts here at the Eagles.
Yeah, he's played a bit of A-grade football as well. Obviously not today, but he's been called upon for the senior side the last couple of weeks.
And again, locked in there again, we'll see Follett and Mills go at it again. They jostle, they wrestle, the ball bounces in the end. Almost got the hand on it there, Mills, and threw it in the one action. Umpire's found a free. He was holding the arm the wrong way then. I thought it was Eagles free. It was actually the Creeks. Lovely kick into the pocket and good mark down there in the pocket. And a chance here to go back and line up, which would be a very tricky goal to kick in that old scoreboard pocket.
It was an excellent kick in, right to the forward's advantage. Exactly what you want as a leading player.
Creeks looking to get their first score on the Murray Valley Shed scoreboard. Looks a nice kick. It's going to float out the front side with that wind and that breeze, and it's through for a minor score on the Murray Valley Shed scoreboard. The Creeks first.
Yeah, one thing I sort of noticed so far is McLaren very, very keen to play a spare behind the football. So whenever there's a stoppage sort of around half forward, McLaren are very, very diligent in dropping one or sometimes even two players back behind the football loose to make sure that the Hawks rather struggle to get that mark inside 50.
I've just had a Flurio Gin hat plastered on my head, so I probably looked the part now. Big thanks to Shane and the team for their great support to what we do here. Out of the half-back area there by Lambert again, picking up some touches, or slipped over there at the vital time, did the Hawks. Good backup provided over here by Follett. Down to the forward pocket area, and a bit of a shepherd out there, and the umpire's found it. And I'm not sure if he's paying the hold or the shepherd. The free kick is with the Creeks. No, it is with the... so it must have been the hold there on McLaren. And they take the ball and just chip it over into the back pocket. Easy mark there, take it in front of one of our great sponsor advertisement boards, Good Easons. Got down there a couple of weeks ago. Massive little place there, and lots of beers and stuff to choose from. And grabbed myself a bit of ginger beer to warm up at this time of the year. You ever been down there, Tom?
I have. Last time I was there was with the late John Griffin, who certainly enjoyed a beer at Goodison's.
Lovely family and a lovely support to our live stream up into the forward area. But it's all McLaren, and the mark taken there at full back, chipped over. Finds a teammate in Long. He has started exceptionally well in this first quarter in Rory Long. Down towards our commentary box and bounces right in front in the mud, mind you, of the commentary box. Free kick here to Cots. And up into that forward area. Big fly down there. Ball goes front and centre. Good work again there by Long. Handballs down towards his advantage, but it goes out of bounds for a throw in.
Yeah, it's the second time McLarens have come out of defensive 50 and they've kicked it out in the full on this pocket here, our broadcast pocket. So just something to be wary of.
Good tackle there and wrestled to the ground. Another ball up. Well, let's explain there's been some controversy in recent weeks of the ball that goes out of bounds. There's still some people there unsure. I think as commentators we may have made a couple of, just in the heat of the moment and getting the commentary out of the mouth quickly. A little couple of mistakes on the call of the out of bounds. So it's actually a out of bounds with a possession. So you actually got to handball it or kick it. If it's tapped out of bounds, it's just out of bounds as normal. But it's a possession called the last possession rule. Lovely kick in there, and that's a beautiful possession. The mark taken there for the Eagles by Twigden.
Yeah, and again, it was Brodie Long who delivered that ball inside 50. He's had an excellent start to the game, and obviously played a little bit of A-grade football as well, and really taken the game on well so far.
Now, how did I go with that explanation, Tom? You probably heard a little bit about it this week.
Yeah, of course, and I think you even see it in the AFL. There's a lot of conjecture about, should we change the rules, should we not? I'm a fan of it, to be honest. I think it works really well, particularly in the country leagues or the amateur leagues. I think it gets the game going quicker, and I'm quite a big fan of the last possession rule.
Yeah, as long as it's not right near the goals and nothing else you can do, and the other side kicks a goal at it, that's when it can be tough. Well, that was a poor kick in there by Twigden. Got a Murray Valley Sheds point on the scoreboard. Lowndes Creek bring it out, but it's well stolen here by Evans. He drives in. He's done a couple of great things in his first term. Bit of soccer over there. It was almost like the old pinball machine style. And kicked into the shins and bounced out. And the ex-bloke kicked it and did the same thing. So it was almost grabbing the old rubber trigger and flicking it and into those round, lit-up pieces of plastic in the middle that had the balls on them. They all used to vibrate in the old pinball machines back in our day, Tom. And they were a hit, just like the yo-yos were. And the old Hyper Olympics games. Back in there, hard they go. That's that man in there again, Evans, Evans. And a free kick here to Langhorne Creek.
Yeah, he started well, Evans. He got caught there, but at least he's trying to break the tackle and take the game on. That's been a real feature so far.
Tauk takes the mark, goes short again, finds another teammate. This time it is Willsmore. He goes across the ground and finds Harrison. Woodapura Harrison on that half-back line. takes his couple extra seconds. Now sits it up fairly high to bring some rain. It bounces. He gets an extra 10 metres. Eagles in numbers down there, and even fortunate enough to take a bounce in these conditions. Player of the day, thanks to Flurio Milk, no doubt. Down the Langhorne Creek player there's just gone for an absolute gutser, slipping on the grass there in front of the mud, in front of the in front of the club rooms, and their players are going down like 9 pins. I think you're at the 10-pin bowling alley, and they're all Langhorne Creek.
This wing is particularly muddy, I think, and it's causing some real difficulties.
Yeah, we've seen the runner in the under 17.5s. He went for an absolute cropper in the under 17s and got all the jocks in the back all wet.
And of course, right in front of the people too.
Yeah, and that's a copper by trade. And it would have looked funnier if he had the copper suit on, but I said to him, I didn't actually see it. I said, did he slip over? And he goes, yeah, I went for a good gut. So good stuff. As McLaren, good unselfish play. And this man again, Evans, takes the mark. And he is electric. At his 6th possession, goes back and lines up for goals.
He's been really, really good early. Really provides a big spark around the contest with that breakaway speed. And we'll see. This will probably be right on his range, I reckon.
Yeah, ball could be not too bad in the first quarter, you'd think. A little bit slippery. Up they go. A snapper goal there by 34 of Han. Good smother.
Yeah, it was a goal-saving smother, I think. That might have gone in, I reckon. So, well done there. Good defence by the Hawks.
And we'll see a throw in. Ball hits the deck, and I think we're going to have a throw in again.
Going to have to recall that. That was as flat a throw-in as I've ever seen, I reckon.
Yeah, you want to see these two big ruckmen in Goma and Follett go head-to-head. They do. Ball goes out the back door. Well picked up there by a little fella in, I think it might have been Cots. Comes out forward. Good play here by the Creeks. Doing a great job in this first quarter against the top side. Great leg speed over there by Cots again. On that centre wing area. Oh, Lambert, good hands by the veteran. Comes back, drives it into inside 50. Big fly down there. Just got about centimetres too far underneath it. The Creeks bomb it back looking for Hannum. He can't mark. Over the back door is James. And he kicks it back and puts it out of bounds. And we'll have that last off rule for the last possession. And the free kick here will be taken by Harrison.
Yeah, the Eagles sort of getting into a little bit of trouble, as we mentioned before, just with their kicking around the boundaries. It's a couple now that have sort of drifted out on the full.
And well done there by the Creeks. Interception was great. They run away with it, driving it into full forward, looking for the big mark down there. It's all Eagles. They raffle it. They juggle it. Comes back to half back. Good spot at the back door there by Han. Chance here again for the Creeks. Good body work in there. That was Gill. Locked in there. Stacks on the mill. And he might have to get this out. The umpire says play on. He does. Good work in there again by Long. Snap it. Goal by the Creeks. Don't tell me. Oh, just hit the post.
Jeez, he's unlucky there. That was a sensational kick. Great snap.
Would have been the Flurio Gin goal of the day.
Would have been, yeah. Yeah, just interesting that the umpire sort of let that play unfold. I really expected him to blow the whistle there, but eventually the ball came out, I guess.
Lambert to bring the ball back in. Runs out the square around the goals. Good mark out here right in front of our commentary box by Rendy. Rendy. He gets the call, Rendy. Kick it to me. Centre half. Forward towards on the wing. Good tackle in there by the Creeks again in Willsmore. And he is fighting hard there on that half back line for the Hawks.
Yeah, Aaron Rendy's another one who's spent a bit of time in the A-grade side. I think he started the year last year in the A-grade side and held his spot for a little while. So, there's plenty of talent out there for both sides, that's for sure, but particularly McLaren.
Good start here by the Hawks in this first term against the top side. 1-1, plays 1 point. Can they sustain? Oh, the umpire here 50 metres away has paid the free kick here to the Creeks. Didn't quite see what that was for. Larned is taking the free kick. He'll take it. The different style of kicking the ball, dropping it down onto the boot in a different fashion. Into the pack there. Good tackle in there by Rendy again. Locked in, Stacks on the mill. And the umpire, he just maybe wanted to keep the whistle warm and keep himself warm.
That's the second time he's paid one off the ball as a non-officiating umpire. So, just obviously keeping his eye on the play, even though he's not the main man in charge.
And may I add, it is not good being the other umpire either, as I have umpired Central 200 games, and I did about 9 years of it, and it's not good when the other bloke pings a free and doesn't make you look real good. Not that it happened to me too often, but good mark down there at full forward. That is a Solomon's Mark of the Day contender, all in the one action. He took one fairly high for his team, and just in the contest, it was a very strong contest to mark the ball, and it takes the mark, the Eagles, and will go back and line up for goal. I think it might be Twigden down there. No, it could be number 9. It is Ashton Hall, and that was a great mark. Certainly took one for his teammates. He goes back straight in front, should not miss. And he drills it through the middle. The Eagles have 2.
Have you got some water to pump? Need more rainwater storage or more supplies for the animals? We have the largest range and everything you need in store today. From fire pumps, spray equipment, pool pumps and filters, solar system water pumps, star droppers, gates and generators. A huge range of backhoe tools, PVC fittings and poly pipe to hay. Be sure to come in and see the team at Dacia Irrigation and Fodder for the right advice and the best price. Find us at 41 Mills Road, Strathalbyn on 8536 4422 or 151 Adelaide Road, Murray Bridge on 853 227 711.
Welcome back. Siren sounds here for quarter time. That goal right on the siren just before it. And it gives a little handy buffer at quarter time. And it is McLaren 2-1-13. They lead the Creeks on 2 solitary points. The margin of 11 points at the first change here in round 14 of Great Southern Footy. Let's take a break and we'll be back shortly with the second term and some scores around the grounds. Thanks to the great teams at Dutton's, Dacia's, and of course Solomon's, bringing us the Saturday afternoon scoreboard.
G'day, I'm Adrian Pedrick, your local state member for Hammond. Also privileged to be the Shadow Minister for Veterans Affairs, Emergency Services and Regional Roads. So pleased to be part of the Great Southern Football League sponsorship. We've got a magnificent area through Langhorne Creek at Strathalbyn as part of my electorate, and making sure that we get right outcomes for people so that we can get better education services, better health services. We do Justice of the Peace services in the office at Murray Bridge, or we can come to you. Whatever needs you have, we can assist and get those state needs officiated with.
Business has picked up with my new wrap. They didn't just do the sign, they designed it too. Indoor or outdoor signs, Apex Custom Wraps have got the sign to make you stand out from the crowd. Banners, flags, posters, safety or magnetic signs, they've got the sign that will look mint in your business, on the fence or vehicle or footpath. No job is too big or too small, just drop your truck in and they'll give it a wrap. Our technicians are experienced and fully qualified. Apex Custom Wraps, 118 Morris Road, Murray Bridge. Or call the team on 0424 158 600 or email ash at apexcustomwraps.com.au. You think of it, we'll wrap it.
Goodison Brewery. Come down for a beer or try a tasting paddle. Maybe bring a picnic and enjoy a day amongst the gum trees and vines. Try a Pilsner, Pale Ale, Ginger Beer, Golden IPA, Cider, or one of the other 14 beers that are all naturally brewed and traditionally handcrafted right here on site at Goodison Brewery, 194 Sand Road, McLaren Vale. Open Tuesday to Sunday, See you there.
Stand out from the crowd with your special milestone with a banner from footybanners.com. Just give them a call and they can make a personalised banner as quick as you can run through it. Footybanners.com are your go-to for the grand final day as well. Keep them in mind and they'll whip up a banner and deliver it to you. When you got something to celebrate, do it right the first time with footybanners.com. Phone Mark 0488 288 243 or visit footybanners.com and order online. The community footy experts, footybanners.com.
West End are a proud, long-standing supporter of the Great Southern Football League. There is nothing more iconically South Australian than enjoying a famous red tint on the hill of your local footy ground, and West End will be right there for every clash this season, from round one all the way through until the grand final. West End, proudly South Australian, find us on the hill, supporting community sport. Giles Machinery have been working with Fleurieu and Murraylands farmers for over 40 years. Whether it's a brand new tractor or a used piece of farm equipment you're after, we get it or repair it with minimal fuss. On farm or in the workshop, our technicians have the experience and skills to cover all your needs. Balers, big and small, squares or round, headers, tractors, sprayers, mowers and seeders, we can help you on the ground. You name it, we know it. Check out our website, gilesmachinery.com.au or call 8536 3455.
The lights keep flickering, the switchboard needs an update, and the tenants are complaining there's no hot water. Who are we going to call? Zato Electrical. We can upgrade your lighting and power, hot water service, ceiling fans, switchboards, electrical maintenance, and testing and tagging. Whether it's a new build or renovations, domestic or commercial, they can do it all. Zato Electrical. Phone 0458 349 240. Call or email for a free quote servicing the Murraylands, Tailem Bend, and surrounding districts. Welcome back. It is round 14, Great Southern Footy, and seeing all the players exit the oval and just walking very carefully, sludge, and trying not to get the shoes too muddy, and that unfortunate squelch of mud up the side of your leg and makes you look like you've just played a quarter of footy. Back in the centre, we're underway with the second term here of round 14 in Great Southern Footy. Into the centre half forward fairly quickly. The big fella down there in Goma slashes out a big handball, hacked around the body in towards the goals. Good mark, beautiful mark.
Yeah, looked really confident going for that, and held the mark really well. Great mark in these conditions.
Pake goes short, not his best kick to Richards. Richards short too. And they come down the commentary box wing looking for, and a good mark taken there by Boyce. Ryan Boyce, probably one of their engine room today, but it's a poor kick. Coughed up and well chopped off here by Han or Han, whichever school you went to. He's on centre wing in the mud. Drives it inside 50. Big fly from the back there by the Creeks. That was through Pake. Grabs a body, grabs another one. Good tackle in there by McLaren. And the ball goes to ground, and the umpire comes in. He says, my ball. Follett and Goma. Goma uses the strength, pushes him out of the road. Oh, head over the footy there. Hacked around the bottom there. Body there by Lambert. Probably just went 15 metres. Another good, strong tackle. The umpire says high on the first tackle, and it is long. He has been brilliant, Evans. Harrison, Evans, and Long. They have been the two best players for McLaren. And Evans goes back and lines up.
He's been a real spark, hasn't he, Evans? We've mentioned it a few times now.
And looks okay off the boot. Is it coming back? It is coming back with that breeze. It's a goal. Great goal to Evans. McLaren have 3. Like your house, your car plays a huge part every day, so it's important you look after your assets. When you're looking to give your car some TLC, there's only one name you can trust: Goodyear Auto Care and A-Plus Electrical and Diesel. We specialise in consumer tyres, commercial tyres, car servicing, store services, brake servicing, balancing, wheel alignments, batteries, air conditioning, diesel tuning and auto electrical. Call Joel and the team today, 8536 2422 or 11 Rankin Street, Strathalbyn. The home of the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack RT. Back in the middle, clearest with the Creeks. Good hands back there by Rendy. He's also playing well. Out that other side towards Long. Another one of their good players. Good tackle over there by the Creeks. Just looks to be too many numbers here for this McLaren side as they work for each other, driving it inside 50. Little hands on the back there. The umpire missed that for Twigden. And the umpire now says it is going to be a free kick going the way of McLaren's White.
Yeah, I don't want to keep harping on it, but again there it was that run and carry by Harrison Evans who really opened up that game down the wing.
Best player by a mile at the moment.
Absolutely.
Lovely kick by White, unselfish centering kick for the big fella Gomer. He couldn't get the big mitts around it. Players get sliding in there, but the Creeks come away with it and even take a bounce. Well done there. Game work by Maloney. Out finds his teammate, who's already got the back a bit muddy. That's Richards. He goes wider still on a good mark over there. Fingertipper by Chandler. He's had to change jumper numbers this week. And he drives it down to the centre wing side there. And a good mark, 3 deep in the bar. Good hands there on that half back line.
It's just been a real struggle for Langhorne's Creek so far to link up between sort of half back and half forward. It's where they've been falling apart. If they can get some more delivery inside 50, I think the number 7, big Scotty Hannum has looked okay in the air in particular, but they just can't get him the supply at the moment.
Well done there by Harrison. Chip out of here. Creek's a chance to clear this. Oh, poor kick. Good tackle. And good decision by the umpire, held to him. And that's probably what we don't want to see. One umpire say it's a ball up, the other umpire pay a free kick. Then you don't look too good at all. And in there is Lan. He gets wrestled to the ground, ball up, half forward. Up they go. Mills uses his strength and his almost looks like 7-foot arms and taps it away. But it's gone to ground. The umpire will come in and ball it up. What a duel this is, Mills and Follett. As I said, Mills with the big long arms. They don't get any shorter as the game goes on. Back in there working it hard. Good tackle, just got his kick. Comes out towards our commentary box side. A little bit greasy out this side on the flank. Good tackle there. Did he throw that away? Gomer takes advantage of it. Hooks it around the body to full forward. Over the back. Soccer off the ground. And he has... He's missed.
Yeah, just couldn't get boot to ball straight away there. I think he struggled a little bit to collect it. Tough in these conditions. It does look like a bit of a puddle is forming that sort of side of the ground.
It was quite Twigden down there. I thought he got the goal with his celebrations, but it's just that he wanted to get out the puddle quickly.
I think he just didn't want to stack it in front of all the cars.
Yeah, he didn't want to get the socks wet. Back out towards our commentary box. Gomer goes to ground. He's appealing to the umpire for a free. And now the umpire's coming in and paying a free. Goes away at Langhorne's Creek. May have been a bit of lip from Gomer. I'm not sure there. Gomer not happy. He reckons he was brought to ground with the ball more than 5 metres. Driven down to centre wing. Up they fly. Good spoil. Mills was in there. So too on the ground was Tauk for the Creeks. Oh, lovely sold the candy there by the Eagles. That was the 3 of Green. Stuart Green, the former Rambler in the River Murray. Chipped into the centre. Good mark taken here by Lambert. He's got hands of steel and he's wrapped them around that one like a big vice, and he'll go back and line up for goal. And we've seen the Creeks have the ball, not in this position, but same sort of similar incident in that first term. And instead of going back like this and having a shot for goal, they passed it off and it come unstuck, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It was probably unnecessary in the end.
And that is looking very good. Another goal to the Eagles and Lambert. The Yankalilla Hotel, one of the best pubs on the Flurio. At the Yank, we offer you the very best in quality customer service and warm, friendly hospitality. Tuesday night is Schnitzel night. Their legendary Friday night meat raffles and wheel spins are not to be missed. Proud sponsors of the Yankalilla Football Club. Open 7 days. Go the Tigers! 105 Main South Road, Yankalilla. To book, phone 0885 58 2011 or check out the Yanks Smorgasbord specials on their Facebook. Back in the middle, Creeks get the clearance. Well done there by the fast finishing Cots. One of the 2 Cotses, I think, in this team. There is Jovi and Jagger, so that'll get confusing if you're mum and dad. And both Jay and they get to the half-forward line and it goes right near the boundary there. And we'll have a throw-in right near those massive big gum trees. Absolutely stunning backdrop here at McLaren Districts. And plenty of players around the drop of this ball. And with the numbers, the Eagles clear it onto the centre cricket pitch. And a little thumble in there. Creeks get on the top of the ball. And McLaren appeal for the hold in the ball. But the only thing it is out there is right on that centre wicket. Probably the driest, cleanest place on the oval. Up they go. Mills again. A big 7-foot arm gets the tap down. Tackled and thrown out of there. And the free kick going the way of Langhorne's Creek. No, it's going the other way. He's pinged him a throw. Well, I didn't sort of see it that way, but anyway, the breeze has just picked up here at McLaren.
I think it's got a bit darker too.
And driven in by that man, Evans, who has been electrifying. It goes to the right-hand side and lands in a big puddle down there behind the goals. Well, if ever you wanted a dry footy, well, it's not now. And player just wipes it on the Guernsey and kicks it out to the half-back line. Up they fly. Couldn't quite take the mark. Plenty of numbers here for the Hawks. Plenty of thumbles as well. Right near the boundary goes over. And the umpire says we'll have a throw in, boys.
Yeah, the Hawks just sort of, again, just struggling to get it from sort of half-back line inside 50. They just haven't been able to give their forwards enough opportunities so far.
Mills taking a break in the ruck. He's on the bench. In hard they go. Good tackle here. Oh, looked high initially. And good spotting by the umpire. And the free kick goes the way of the 39 in Tortorelli. And a bit of confusion here now. And the umpire now paying a 25. Well, I didn't see what that was for.
I didn't hear what it was for either. Yeah, I think it might have been a bit of lip. Not too sure there.
And just thinking about a little light shower here, I think. And that's floated through. Well, great goal there. Something from nothing. And that was Tortorelli. McLaren have another goal. Flurio, goal of the day.
There is only one way to get your team top of the ladder. Bridge Aluminium. Manufacturing under the brand All Weld. Making platform ladders, orchid tripod ladders, tradie ladders and mezzanine ladders. They also manufacture vehicle canopies, ute trays, toolboxes and perform truck fit-outs. Aluminium material sales. Their range is the best. Drop into 225 Adelaide Road, Murray Bridge. Email sales@bridgealuminium.com.au or phone 8532 5884. Bridge Aluminium. When it comes to ladders, they're the top team.
Oh, if you've got a bakery out there, we need you on board. We've just got a new sponsorship, and that is the Pie Floater of the Day. Tortorelli, he has won that award, the Pie Floater of the Day. And, you can get on our coverage here for just around $20, $25 a week, and you can have the Pie Floater Award. That was a brilliant one there by Tortorelli. And another goal to McLaren, their fourth, as that light shower we just said about has just come on the ground now. Looking at the radar, not a lot in it, I don't think. Right in that pocket, but I'm not a weatherman. Comes back out the back door. Lambert, I think that might be. Hook back in. And any drying out the oval has done in this morning's matches, it's just going to now get juiced up again with this light shower and a free kick going away of McLaren. And they are getting quite a few free kicks, Tom.
Yeah, they are, but their pressure's been excellent around the ball. They just haven't given the Creek much time to do anything really with it. Perhaps a little bit harsh there. I didn't think he had too much time to get rid of it, but doesn't matter. That's what the umpire says.
Lines it up. Looks a good kick off the boot. And it's gone to the left-hand side, has it? Or has it just gone through?
It's gone through, I think.
It has gone through. Well, the umpire just trying not to slip up down there more than give the signals. And another goal to the Eagles.
It's time to relax. Breathe in, breathe out. That's the feeling you get from the Soul Deep Massage Clinic, specialising in relaxation, remedial massage, trigger point therapy and reflexology. With on-the-spot health fund rebates available. Phone 8531 0499. Refresh your mind, body and soul with the Soul Deep Massage Clinic. 74 Adelaide Road, Murray Bridge.
Back in the centre, McLaren with a clearance down to full forward. Oh, big contest down there. Ball smash forward. It's picked up by Twigden. Been lively on that forward line. Hack back well chopped off by the Creeks. Quick dribble along the boundary line, and it goes over for the old last possession rule. Off the foot, free kick goes the way of McLaren.
Yeah, this weather's starting to take a little bit of a turn for the worse, I think. A little patchy bit of rain settling in, which will make it even harder for the Creek to make a dent into that lead.
Yeah, handy lead when it comes in wet at 5 goals. But you wouldn't expect too much different. With the top side playing, what do we say, about 7th. And tough day at the office here for the Creeks. Back in there they go. Locked in. Stacks on the mill. Ball up. But,
once again, Bruce, the McLaren District's defenders really well set up behind the ball here. So any clearing kick that comes out from the Hawks is going to come straight back inside 50 for the Eagles.
Yeah, loose man there, so quite obvious. The Creek's playing a loose man in defence. Hacked around the body there. That's by the man there, Han, into the forward line area. And a little thumble. The umpire's found a high tackle there going the way of the Creeks. And in that back pocket looks fairly windy over there in that corner there with all the trees. Got a little bit of a shield here up against the club rooms here with the trees in the back of us. And another ball up on half forward. That little shad just looks to have dissipated now. In there again, Twigden. He's selling a bit of candy. Well done by the Creeks. Down to half forward, and it rolls over the boundary line. Hannum had an opportunity there, one-on-one. Had a break of about 2 metres. And what do you know? Luck's not a fortune. Out of bounds. Last off, free kick. Chipped over. And your man Evans again takes the mark, Tommy. He's just killing them.
Yeah, he's racking up the possessions as well, but he's also been damaging with them. With that speed, he's really able to take the game on.
Chipped into the centre there by Stewie Green, but poor kick. And chance here for the Hawks. Oh, great hands. Slippery ball down there by Hill. Up to the centre half forward area on the wing for McLaren. Good little bit of body work there by the Hawks, but again, McLaren just holding their feet. Lambert showing some skill back into centre half forward. Well, he got bumped over there, the Creeks play. The umpire said it was fair. And Stacks on the middle, locked in there, ball up.
Well, we saw twice there the Hawks have an opportunity to find a target inside 50. And, in these conditions, it doesn't have to be a mark inside 50, but both times it was turned over and straight back up the other end for the Eagles.
Well, real winter footy here today. Chipped over. Well, that could be 25.
Yep,
spotted by the umpy. And they've been on that all season. We've been impressed with that side of things. Willsmore with the footy. Household name down that way. Strath, Langhorne's Creek. And he drives it in towards Hannum. And he's got a teammate that's taken the mark in the little fella, Tauk.
Well, he just sort of sat under that one, really, didn't he?
Cots.
Yeah, he just judged the ball better than the Eagles' defenders there. And I think the wind might have dropped it right into his chest for him.
Well, almost the same 4 letters, but just spelt differently. Cots and Tauk. And on the trusty left in the scoreboard pocket, and it sits up and too easy. Mark taken at full back. And I think that might have been Stewie Green. I'd expect nothing less from Stewie Green. Absolute powerhouse in the A grade at Ramblers a few years ago for the River Murray. And I think it might have even snared a premiership there. I'm thinking about 2016 or somewhere around there. Stand to be corrected, but yeah, excellent backman. I think he won the backman of the year one year too. And riding towards that to boundary line area again, over there is the 26 of Willsmore. And we'll have another throw in with that magnificent Gumtree in the backdrop. Thrown in, ball goes to ground, locked in there. And Stacks on the mill. Another ball up.
Oh, Stewie Green, also a McLaren Premiership player in 2023 when they beat Wollonga.
Yep, so got a feeling he got one over there with the Ramblers. And if not, he was a great player in the back lines for them. And now he'll be frothing at the mouth to get this one. Punched away again by Green over the boundary. And we'll have a throw-in right in that left forward pocket, just around from the scoreboard, about 40 metres from the Langhorne Creek goal. They'd love to get one on the board here before half-time with just a minute and a half remaining. And they just need a cheeky free kick here from the umpy.
Yeah, they do. And, you know, this just to have one goal on the board before half-time would relieve a lot of pressure, I think.
Rucks go to it and snap out of the pack, and unluckily for the Hawks, through for a minor score on the Murray Valley Shed scoreboard.
Well, they nearly got it, didn't they?
They nearly did.
Yeah, it'd be much better for morale if you go in the half-time with a goal behind your name, you know. Just a lot better for your confidence. But, you know, this is going to be really a tough lead to chop back, but they've got to get to work in the second half.
He's played a match similar condition. It's probably actually a little bit worse. And it was at Callington one day. It was actually the reserve oval for Nan Bremer back when Nan were playing in the River Murray. And I was playing for Jervois at the time. And it was an absolute mudbath there at Callington. But the oval was in a lot better condition than Nan was. I know Nan's done a lot of work in the last recent years to fix the drainage there. But this was at Callington. It was just mud puddles all over the ground. And I was actually at full forward and didn't have a bit of mud on me at half time. So the 20 players that were supposed to be my teammates grabbed me and rolled me in the mud. And it was quite funny. Let's have a look at some scores around the grounds. As the siren goes for half time, and it's Wollonga 8-3 to Goolwa 1 point. Encounter Bay 8-3 to Strath 2-1. In the Myponga Select Mount Compass game, the Mudlarks 2-2, Mount Compass 1-1. Victor Harbour 8-5, 53 lead Yank 1-1-7. And here at McLaren, it is McLaren 6-1, Langhorne Creek 2 points, 3 points I think that should be, and a 34-point margin at half time. We'll take a break here in round 14 of Great Southern Footy. Some really wet, muddy pitches. It is community sport at its best, and it is, after all, winter. And it is that time of the year. We love it, and we love it here at MFLTV. Hope you're loving our coverage of round 14. Back in a moment. Stay with us. You're watching MFLTV.
It's funny how my car always gets left out in the sun. You know what I need? A new shed. From carports, sheds, verandas. No job is too big or too small. Industrial, domestic and commercial. From plans, footings to shed instalment, he can even organise the concrete too. From the hills to Murrayland and out in the Mallee, from farm and rural sheds, commercial and industrial sheds, Colorbond sheds, cyclone rated sheds, with over 15 years experience, call Wayne today for a free measure and quote. Don't muck it, call Wayne Luckett. 0417 852 032. Builder's licence 243 895.
There's There's only one thing better than a footy win. That's sitting back relaxing with a Fluorio gin. Small batch handcrafted gins using a combination of botanicals, just like my favourite, the Fluorio Sunset. Nothing beats it. Check out the new Fluorio Gin Distillery and Cellar Door at 464 Fork Tree Road, Myponga. How about your own gin with a personalised label for your special event or even a grand final win? Grab a Fluorio Gin 3-pack or the popular vanilla vodka. That'll keep you coming back. You can click and save at fluoriogin.com.au, distillery right to your door. Or call Shane 0400 254 933. Fluorio Gin, seriously good gin.
If it's time to add a little magic to your flooring and windows, our online catalogue is full of great ideas at great prices. There's magic in a Solomon's floor.
Yes, Grace. And there's magic in a Solomon's store.
If it's time to add a little magic to your windows, our Sultan's range of custom-made blinds, shutters, curtains and outdoor screens means there's something for every home. And that's why
there's magic in a Solomon's store.
Thinking insurance? An MGA Insurance Group broker can save you time, money and stress. Whether it's business, farm, crop, professional or private insurance, MGA provides advice and assistance to make sure you're properly protected. And when claims arise, MGA works for you to ensure that you get your full entitlement. Your local MGA Insurance Group broker is a specialist in insurance and risk management. Give them a call today and put MGA to work for you.
Contact John, MGA Fluorio, 0439 886 331.
Simply Shutters and Shades. The simple choice when it comes to blinds, curtains, shutters and shades. With over 15 years experience, we know our stuff and we know how to help you. Zip track and zip screen, roller shutters or plantation shutters, or maybe you prefer curtains. Whatever you need, we can help make it simple and easy for you. Call Simply Shutters and Shades today. Book your free design consultation and let the team transform your vision into reality. Simply Shutters and Shades, 0413 688 486, and remember to ask for the MFLTV discount.
My baler's not picking up, the mower's not cutting it, and it's time to upgrade the tractor. It's all come at once. For the man on the land, farming is a 365 days a year tie. Lucky we got Giles Machinery just around the corner. ND and JA Giles can service all your equipment with their qualified technicians and mechanical service. For over 40 years servicing the Murraylands and Fluorio farmers, Giles Machinery, Dunreath Road, just off Milnes Road, Strathalbyn. Phone 0885 363 455. Giles Machinery, experience on every line.
Welcome back. Second half action, round 14 of Great Southern Footy. And I'm glad you're joining us on this magnificent day here in Great Southern Footy at McLaren Districts. And we have a stalemate straight away, another ball up. If you just joined us in the commentary box, we've got the man of the moment from the Fluorio Sun in Tom Wyman. Great to have his comments, and we've had many commenting about how great our stream is with John and Tom, and we can just about make a rhyme up with that, John and Tom, but they're doing a high one there to Cots, should get a free kick, and
that's a real solid contest. That was that is going to sting. He'll definitely feel that tomorrow.
The old stinger, and it's going to sting a bit more because he didn't get a free kick.
He's
so
lost his headband as well, I think.
that's got to be the worst part.
Knocked
of
the
it
headband
all.
off him.
Yeah, you could have a sponsor for that. The headband comes off. Back to half back for McLaren, but it's the Hawks that get in the road. Back down there again. Here's that man again. He's been in everything in long. We were impressed with him a few weeks ago over to Lambert. Bloke's got more time than a clock. Centering kick over to his man of the moment in his team. And he's just absolutely having a blinder. Evans chips it over into the centre. As we said, probably the cleanest part of the looking oval. Ashton Hall. He goes wide out to where we normally have our commentary box. And the man from Ramblers, Stewie Green. And he chips it up. Oh, just took the eye off the ball. And the umpire, again, from 50 metres away, has paid a free kick. Well, that's 3 times in the match now. The man not officiating. And 30 to 50 metres away has paid a free kick. Follett, he takes it from half-back. Lovely kick. Down towards Stewie Green. Good body work down there, but Green just too strong. Runs away with ease. Centering kick, big fly in the middle there by the Creeks in Maloney. Ball goes to ground, stacks on the mill. Is it coming out? No. The umpire says we'll ball it up. Once again, Harrison Evans in there.
I remember Stewie Green playing an excellent grand final against Wollonga. Him and Jamie Smith. Smith actually ended up getting the best of field medal in that grand final. That was the first Great Southern grand final I went to, and I remember that backline very well, playing an excellent role on the Wollonga forwards and completely shut them out of the game.
Yeah, pretty handy when you get a bloke of that calibre back in your B grade at full back. As well chopped off here by the Hawks. They come out wide, commentary box side. Mark taken here by Cleggett. That is a household name and more at the Creeks. Centering kick. Running away with it is Richards. Up to centre wing. Mills can't take the mark. Front and centre, it's the Creeks. Well grabbed in there. Umpire comes in. My ball. And wrapped up was Willsmore.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Mitch Cleggett in action in the A grade. He's had an excellent year for the Hawks. Been a real target inside 50, and been a big reason why they've shown a bit of form in the last couple of weeks.
And of course, last week our Bridge Hotel player of the match, Mitch Cleggett, up towards the full forward area there, slipped there by the full forward and socket off the ground there. So that'll be the old last off rule.
Yep, that's probably not the way to go about it there. I don't think that was the plan.
He didn't intend to kick it that far. And right in front of the cricketers' pavilion. And the free kick is Rory Long. He's everywhere, playing a great game with Evans. Up towards the big fella. Goma over the top of him. White can't take the mark. Front and centre, playing his own ball down there was Roscrow Crease. And on the ground it goes, locked in there. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. Well, 6-3, 3 points, and it doesn't feel like the game's been that one-sided.
No, it's sort of as if the Hawks just, they probably deserved the goal on a couple of occasions, but they just seem to be breaking down across half forward, and once they go inside, I think that they're a chance.
Well, that's not a bad effort at a snap, and it's just missed. So another point on the Murray Valley Shed scoreboard. 6-4 plays 3 points. There's the quarter-time scores around the grounds, thanks to our great friends at Dutton's. Sorry, half-time. 2193, 1.84. Maiponga Selix just over Mount Compass. And Victor pretty easy over Yank. Excuse me. Hacked out of there, right in front of our commentary box, and runs across the line.
Yeah, again, you just sort of see the Hawks breaking down in the midfield here. They really struggle to link up between half back and half forward, and it's something probably the McLarens have done really well all day. They've had much more flow to their game, and of course that's helped by a couple of dominant midfielders, particularly Evans and also Lambert.
Well, nearly a lack of talk there. Just about brought that undone between Twigton and, of course, the man of the moment, the best player on the ground in one of them, Long. Kicked into the centre looking for Goma. Ball goes to ground. Slip and slide in there. Oh, Langos Creek player there might have got one right where it hurts. That was Chandler. And he's gone down like a bag of bricks.
Yeah, I think he did get him where you're thinking, Bruce.
And it's quite painful. Over the back door, Harrison. Good kick out there by Watapura. Harrison finds the half-back line. And a possession here for the Creeks. Long down the outer wing. Slips through the hands right near the boundary over there. Good play by Gill. Great tackle in there by the Creeks. They're trying their hardest. Get that ball moving forward. But again, another stoppage. Another ball up. Noticing today, a lot of, take this whichever way you want. Galars out on the oval. And was one shot earlier where player slipped up near the glass and it scared the heck out of them. They all flew off. Oh, great tackle. Should have been holding the ball, I feel, Lab. Might have just got a bit of a toe on it. And a ball up.
Well, it is the battle of the birds out there, Bruce.
Yes. There's just about 18 of them there too in that little bundle of glass. And umpire blows his whistle and we'll have he's actually got to go and fetch the ball. We'll have another stoppage. It's 25, so call for a count. 4 too many on the ground, or 6 or 7. Up to full forward, and turn around, watch the ball, boys. In the end, they were lucky. The Creeks swings him around, probably should have been holding the ball, and locked in there. Eventually, the umpire, well, I reckon that was the case of the umpire just didn't want to pay the free kick near the goals. It was definitely holding the ball. He swung him around at least twice.
Yeah, if that happens in the midfield, that's generally a pretty standard free kick to pay.
And the Creeks again are going to get caught with hanging that ball out and kicking it out of bounds for the old last off possession rule.
A little bit more rain coming down, although looks pretty light. But I suspect that'll be what we get in the A-grade game as well.
Yes, just light, greasy, annoyance stuff, and a free kick here to the Creeks. Right in the hole of between centre-half back and full-back. Chipped out wide. Right in front of the magnificent pine tree down there in the pocket. Look at that. You don't need to bring an umbrella when you're standing under a tree like that. Chap down there, I think it is, or a lady underneath that tree. You don't need an umbrella if you get that parked there around the ground. And the Creeks, they park it up on the half back. Chipped over. Good mark by Follett. I think he thought about a handball there. Might have been a bit of a dummy call by Evans as he ran past him. Didn't fall for the 3-card trick. Follett in towards full forward. Ball goes over the back. Chance here for the Creeks to get their first goal. Fighting hard there for McLaren is Rendy. He's been handy back there, locked in. Umpire says another stacks on the mill. Another ball up.
Well, they didn't get a shot at goal, but at least they stopped McLaren from repelling immediately. So see if the Creek can get on the board here.
Get some numbers around the contest. Good tackle down there. Umpire's already blown the whistle. And amongst that was Cognay. Up they go. Mills in there again. And he's tall timber, Mills, isn't he? Standing way above him. And tough to go up against in ruck when you've got someone that's 6'6".
Yeah, especially in these conditions when there's going to be a lot of stoppages naturally.
His arms go up and he's probably 7 foot. And not going to get beaten too often. And out of bounds again for another stoppage.
You just sort of see at this stoppage the amount of McLaren players that are actually defensive side. It's just shows how well they are set up defensively. It's obviously something they're all very conscious of.
Free kick here. Creek player there pushed in the back. Chance here to kick this in to the goals. Hannum goes on a lead. He's ignoring that. Sort of a centering kick. It's 4 Eagles to 1 Creek. Slip and slide down there, and it's rushed over for a minor score on the Murray Valley Shed scoreboard. 6-4 plays, 4 points. And, yeah, looks like down in front of that face of goal, quite a bit of water hanging around. Oh, a bit of a surely that's a free kick. And, yes, it is. Even gave him a little bit of a gentle dump. And could have been 25. And this will be Damon Larn going back to line up for goal. And done a little bit of street stock driving in his time. And he has missed.
Well, that was a very ugly kick off the boot, I think it'd be fair to say. That has even missed the netting behind the goals. It's gone into the cars.
Yes, just didn't
Never looked likely, that one, unfortunately.
Take
but
too much care with it, did he?
No, it is. He didn't, but it's better from the creek. They obviously forced a couple of repeat ball-ups inside 50, but if they can keep doing that, the goal will come.
Ball comes back into play and straight down the throat of the Hawks. Might be Richards, I think, there. Chips it over. Nicely weighted kick and good spoil in the end by McLaren. And the ball goes out of bounds in the forward pocket for a throw-in. So good little 5-minute passage here for the Creeks, holding it in the area. Just need to make and capitalise with it with a goal. And again, locked in. And just having a look back down this end, really no one behind centre.
If nothing else, it gives the Creek defence a little bit of breathing time because they've been under the pump for most of the day.
Only the Galars are the other side of centre. Harrison, he slams on the boot, not 15. Goma jumps up, marks it, and locked in there, ball up. Back to that centre wing area. And I think that's gone out of bounds for the last off-possession rule by hand or foot. And the Creeks bring it back in. Poor kick, Goma. He just about falconed it and swallowed the ball. He gets the second bite. Lambert. Players slipping and sliding over there. And another ball up. Yes, it can be quite deceiving. Can look quite clean, the ground, but then underneath it can be quite wet, which is the case here today. And that could be in the back. And I think the umpire has paid it that way. Free kick to Cots. And got the headband back on.
Well, he's done well to stay out there because he did cop a massive hit at the start of this term.
And another push in the back. Free kick goes to the big ruckman in Follett.
They're starting to build a little bit more momentum here, the Hawks. They've got a few free kicks now and
put the brakes on, haven't they?
They have. They've been better for sure.
Back to half forward, and that man again, Stewie Green.
He's been excellent, hasn't he? Really showed his class down back, but so have all the other, all of his defensive teammates as well. They've been really well drilled all day.
Well, he wanted it back, and his teammate in Rendy said, no, I'll kick it over to Lambert. He goes into the centre of the ground. Bit of Butterfingers in there. Good tackle in there by the Creeks. Good fighting for the footy. Follett. And we'll have another ball up. Not sure what the margin was between these two in round one, but certainly I think at the moment the Creeks have narrowed it quite considerably. But then they might have had some more better players in the first round, like Tonkin and Crop. Back to the centre wing area, and again, out of bounds, last off rule, where it is the last off possession by a hand or foot, chipped in, and Cots takes the mark.
Yeah, it was 40 points of difference when they played back in round 5, these two sides. But I guess with both clubs, you're seeing now it's reached the point of the year where you've got a few injuries in the A grade, and some of these reserves players, the better reserves players, are forced to come up and play in the senior side. So that obviously tests the club's depth.
Yeah, 40 points it was the margin in round 1. Chipped in and a good mark taken here for Langhorne's Creek. Is that Poole out there, I think? And he goes short. Not a bad lead from Hannum. That's a good lead.
Yeah, it's much better, isn't it? You'd love to see that. That's much better for the forwards to be leading onto. That was a great kick and a lead which suited it really well. And that's probably one of the first times all day we've really seen the big man sort of get on his bike and present a real option. And he looks good when he's on the lead.
Scotty Hannum, the big number 7 on his back, lines it up in the right forward pocket. And he's towed it a little bit. Has he squeezed it through? I think he has. Hannum gets the Hawks first.
My baler's not picking up, the mower's not cutting it, and it's time to upgrade the tractor. It's all come at once. For the man on the land, farming is a 365 days a year tie. Lucky we got Giles Machinery just around the corner. ND and JA Giles can service all your equipment with their qualified technicians and mechanical service. For over 40 years servicing the Murraylands and Fleurieu farmers, Giles Machinery, Dunreath Road, just off Milnes Road, Strathalbyn. Phone 0885 363 455. Giles Machinery, experience on every line.
We're going for a new ball. Back live. I think the old one went in the creek, similar to the old Bridgewater days. And she's floated away. So new ball. Back into it. And probably at this stage of the game, if the creek had been closer, say 4 goals for, that'd be an advantage of new ball coming out, wouldn't it?
It would be, yeah, for sure. But they did deserve that last goal. As we were saying, sort of off air, they had a real 5-10 minutes of much steadier play and a couple of repeat inside 50s, and they definitely deserved it.
Working hard in there again. Good play by Maloney, sporting the Dermot Burton number. I'm sure Shane Warne loved the number 23 as well. Tapped away. Good quick handball out of there by Willsmore. Good pressure in there, applied by Chandler. Still running over there. Out to that wing. Tries to delicately guide it down the boundary. Stacks on the mill, but there's a hold. Umpire says play onto advantage. Had him! Almost took a hanger.
Well, he got first hands to it, didn't he? He did all the hard work, just couldn't quite complete it. But again, much better from the Hawks.
Yeah, Fleurieu Milk player of the day. And if he just could have brought that in, he would have been having a shot at goal. Good hard work in there again by Lan. Good tackle applied over there by the Eagles. Bit hard to see the number in the mud there. Might have been Daniels. And we'll have a ball up.
So it's interesting now. The Creek not prepared to give up a +1 behind the football. So they've it was Brock James down there for the Eagles, and he's been manned up. So the Eagles look to maybe not have that advantage so much anymore. They've really used it well so far today. That having that loose guy down back has really set them up.
You're a stats man, Tom. What's the scores been in this quarter? The Creeks have put on 1 goal. Now the Eagles
might have had 1 as well.
They have 1 as well. No, I don't reckon the Eagles have scored a goal this quarter, have they?
Right.
They've only got a point, so there you go. The scoreboard attendant in our box is on the money. So good quarter here by the Creeks. They're winning the quarter, so only 20 seconds to go. If they can hold McLaren out here, you'd say they've won the quarter, and that's probably all the coach could have asked.
Absolutely, yep.
Kick out wide to our commentary box. Man, he's got some real estate. Number 5 of Cogno, he plays on. Green, he wants to get involved in it too. 2 seconds left. Big fly down there over the back. And the siren goes as Lyons chases it into the forward pocket in front of the Cricketers' Pavilion. And no further play in the quarter as the McLaren runner goes onto the ground with his white boots and white socks. They're going to love this mud here today in round 14 of Great Southern Footy. And at 3/4 time, it's a 30-point lead to the home side here at McLaren Districts in good old wet winter weather footy at the home of the Eagles. Stay with us. Back with the final term in round 14 of GSFL. Stay with us. You're watching MFLTV Live.
Me and the girls, we'd like to thank you for choosing Flurio Milk. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to continue doing what we love, helping make farming sustainable for the next generation.
For my family, some things are really important. Flurio Milk is fresh, from cow to shelf within 24 hours. They're locally family owned, community minded, and passionate about farming. Real healthy dairy products, the way they used to taste.
Flurio Milk, South Australian and proud of it.
Bridge Hotel, right in the heart of the creek. Drop in for a coldie after the game. Meals available, 70 Bridge Road, Langhorne Creek. Phone 0885 373 010.
What does farming and the BT50 have in common? They are both reborn and built from the ground up. Perfect for the man on the land or that adventure, the BT50 is available at Duddon's Murraylands. Duddon's are a 70-year-old, third-generation, family-owned, multi-franchise dealer that you can trust. Now with Ford, so check out their Everest. Duddon's are your 4x4 and SUV specialists. Visit either of their two Murraybridge dealerships or visit duddons.com.au for more information. Duddon's, easy to do business with.
Have you got some water to pump? Need more rainwater storage or more supplies for the animals? We have the largest range and everything you need in store today. From fire pumps, spray equipment, pool pumps and filters, solar system water pumps, star droppers, gates and generators. A huge range of backhoe tools, PVC fittings and poly pipe to hay. Be sure to come in and see the team at Dacia Irrigation and Fodder for the right advice and the best price. Find us at 41 Mills Road, Strathalbyn on 8536 4422 or 151 Adelaide Road, Murraybridge on 853 227 11.
G'day, I'm Adrian Pedrick, your local state member for Hammond. Also privileged to be the Shadow Minister for Veterans Affairs, Emergency Services and Regional Roads. So pleased to be part of the Great Southern Football League sponsorship. We've got a magnificent area through Langhorne Creek at Strathalbyn as part of my electorate, and making sure that we get right outcomes for people so that we can get better education services, better health services. We do Justice of the Peace services in the office at Murraybridge, or we can come to you. Whatever needs you have, we can assist and get those state needs officiated with.
Back in the centre, welcome back to the last quarter of round 14 in the reserves grade comp. If you've just joined us, our special guest commentator, and he has been going great guns and, of course, helped out with the Flurio Suns. Great preview of the A-grade comp yesterday on the Flurio Sun Facebook page. And Tommy Wyman, great to have you on board, Tommy.
It's nice to be here. Looking forward to the end of this game to see if Creek can give it a bit of a run, and then, of course, the A-grade game after that.
And up into the forward line as that light shower just hangs around a little bit longer than the last couple have. And just might be a omen that it's going to stick around a bit. The McLaren A-graders in the background there doing their light drill and some paces out in the background near the river. As driven in towards the full forward area, over the back and snapped, and that is brilliant work. In the right spot at the right time, Ashton Hall kicks McLaren 7th.
Me and the girls, we'd like to thank you for choosing Flurio Milk. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to continue doing what we love, helping make farming sustainable for the next generation.
For my family, some things are really important. Flurio milk is fresh, from car to shelf within 24 hours. They're locally family owned, community minded, and passionate about farming. Real healthy dairy products, the way they used to taste.
Flurio milk, South Australian and proud of it.
Oh, welcome back. Out of the centre, McLaren must have got a big G up at the three-quarter time break by the coach. And that's a hanging on. Good pick up by the umpire. And we'll go back for a Langhorne Creek free to be taken here by Richards. And around the grounds at three-quarter time. And it is a mixed bag around the grounds as we go to them now. And it's Gould Port Elliot 1-3, Wollonga 10-6, Strath 2-1, Encounter Bay 14-3, My Ponga Selix 4-5, Mount Compass 1-1. So you'd expect similar conditions there as it is here. Then you've got the Yankalilla side there, 2-2, and they're getting beaten. McLaren 6-4, Langhorne Creek 1-4, and down the other end, and it's another ball up. Plenty of them. I think we're going to see plenty of that in the A grade as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Stoppages is going to be a pretty high number of them. It's going to be a real big day for the on-ballers, and you look towards guys like Luke Mitten and Brett Ellis, who are obviously stars for McLaren, and they'll be right in the thick of it all day. You'd expect.
As McLaren bring it out through the Galars there, and the half-back line. And Green, long, sweeping, raking handball. And on the run, this is a Flurio Milk player today, but down the other end, it's All Creek. Harrison dives towards the line. And, gee, there wasn't too much intent on keeping that in. And it goes out of bounds for a throw in.
Geez, Gomer is lucky he didn't cop more of a knee in the back there as he sort of flew back and collected his teammate, but he looks like he's all right now, back in the ruck.
Oh, it's a tight shoebox over there. Larn in there. Stacks on the mill. It's almost like a gang tackle. Throw up, right forward pocket. And right in there, and it goes out of bounds again, offhand. So throw in. And that little shower of rain, just persistent, not heavy, but just juicing the topsoil up a little bit more back to where it was.
It's enough to keep it real wet out there still, and the puddles are not really going away, but the mud will be sticking around the whole game, that's for sure.
As they go in hard again, and the umpire's found a free. Goes the way of the Creeks. So when it was a little bit drier, that was when the game had to be won. And McLaren have done just that, kicking 6 goals in that first half. Oh, dropped the mark there, what he should have taken. Perhaps sold it before he bought it. And in the end, could have been holding the ball.
Don't know how it wasn't.
Yeah, unlucky there was Tana into the full forward area. And it is a good mark there in the forward pocket. And he's creeping the angle. Surely the umpire's got to take him right around.
Yeah, very unlucky not to be caught holding the ball there, I think. But in the end, it got down the right on the goal line for McLaren, so they got what they were after. But, yeah, I don't see how that wasn't holding the ball. It was a textbook tackle.
Rangers coming in a little bit firmer. Hall in that forward pocket, and he caressed a snap through before, but not as lucky on that occasion. A minor score on the Murray Valley Shed scoreboard. 7-5 plays 1-4. As the A graders in the background over there going through their paces, well, they're going to be wet before they run out on the ground. Is that a good idea, Tom, to get all wet?
Well, you're going to get wet anyway, aren't you? You're going to get wet and muddy within about 5 minutes. So I think you still got to warm up and everything, especially on a day like today. So it'll be more so getting those skills just refined. But both sides doing it, obviously. I don't know what the alternative would be to not warming up. It'd be probably to twinge your hammy, and neither side can really afford that at this stage of this season.
No, with the McLaren 3 big outs, Goodison, Lockie Matthews, and of course The other one being the
Vandermeer,
big full forward Vandermeer.
Yeah, it's a real shame, to be honest, because he started the season really, really well. Obviously, come from the SFL and took to the GSFL with like a duck to water, really.
And I think all those three are all season-ending injuries, aren't they?
I believe so. Yeah, that's the word I've received.
We're hearing free kick here to Follett, and he gives it to the trusty Chandler, who drives it in long, and a bit of scrappy work down there, hacked around the corner by Tyler Follett. Oh, straight through there. That's courage. Bit of a pirouette through the pack. Tana, gutsy work, and it's paid off because Twigden was in there to Green. He slips over, gets tackled, and that's the Green we know. He just wrestles through 3 or 4 tackles out to Lambert, who in the end, he's let him down.
Well, as soon as he kicked that, he
knew.
He let the crowd know he wasn't his finest. But yeah, great link-up play there from McLaren. It's something we haven't always seen from the Hawks today, to be honest. And it's certainly they've certainly showed why they're undefeated and going to maintain that.
Certainly are. Twigden over, finds his teammate in Ross Crow-Crees. And good defensive work here by the Creek. Still fighting hard. Bring it back out. Goma, he just jumped up and had a fresh airy. Comes out towards the boundary. Just kept in play. And then in the end, I reckon that might have come off the foot there of Chandler. The boundary umpire has indicated it was out on the full. And it will be. So, as you do when you're close, Stewie Green, a backman, run in there quickly, mate. Grab the ball while no one's looking. Shot at goal here for him. He goes short, unselfish.
Did everything right, didn't he?
And his teammates got a rubber chest. It's just bounced off like rubber. And
well, it was backman to backman. It's like they've flipped the board. It's Aaron Rende there who went on that sort of searching lead, and the kick from Stewie Green was perfect, but couldn't quite get the job done.
I might have to yell out to Greeny. You'll have to kick him yourself, Greeny.
Well, he might have been within range.
As he has a toe poke in the pack there. And he has got it to the left-hand side through for a minor score on the Murray Valley Shed scoreboard. 7-5 plays 1-4. I reckon the scoreboard at the ground a goal short as the ball coming back in. And out towards Chandler. Big fly from Follett. Takes a beauty in the wet. Solomon's contender for mark of the day. Great grab there by Tyler Follett, 3 deep in the bar. Goes short with that trusty left foot style and hits his teammate in Boyce. Sorry, Tauk on the chest. Tauk goes long down the line. Big fly down there. Green stayed on the ground. Ball goes out the back door. Mills, Follett, and a strong tackle in there. And Follett in there, gets himself off the ground around this stoppage. Tapped away. Good work there by Jordan Follett. And another ball up.
Iconic Langhorne Creek name, Follett.
Certainly is. Thrown up, hooked around the body by Lambert. Slipping and sliding there was Ross Crow-Crees. Back in towards the full forward area. Up they fly. Ball bounces out the back. It's all McLaren. Couple of quick dished out handballs, but Lan was in the road to intercept. Drives it in towards full forward. Running ball towards the goals. And it dribbles through for a minor score on the Murray Valley Shed scoreboard. 7-5 plays 1-5. And I reckon the scoreboard attendant over there, he has gone down to Good Easton's Brewery for an afternoon refreshment because that scoreboard is not moving a millimetre. 7-5 to 1-5 as McLaren bring it out. Bit of real estate here. Here's a chance. They're out here. It is Cogno with the footy.
Oh, how's the soccer kick?
Over to his teammate. That was brilliantly done. Into the full forward area. Bouncing footy. Oh, coming through strongly was the Creeks, but he went without it. Snap at the goals by Twigden. And he has twigged it too much. And another point on the Murray Valley Shed scoreboard.
Geez, it would have been the Flurio Gin goal of the day there if they would have pulled that off. Some excellent link-up play, and then the clever soccer kick off the ground. It's that's might end up being a feature of the A-Go game as well. Just getting some yardage, and it's something that comes out in the wet, and it can be a very valuable thing to do.
There's no room out there on the ground at the moment for the Galahs. They've all come right in front of our commentary box, about 35 of them. And as we wait for this ball to come back in, and I think we're calling for another new ball.
Another new ball.
So we've lost 2 balls now in this B-grade game. This is going to cost McLaren a fortune. I think we're looking for another ball. So do we get time on for a lost ball? There's a player down as well we're hearing. They've found the ball. A Langhorne Creek player down.
I didn't see what happened there. Must have been off the play?
I did not see what happened, but Langhorne Creek player down there, he is moving. So on that half forward line down in front of the Cricketers Pavilion. And he's just trying to get him, push himself up. Just trying to see who that is. Might be is it Tyler Follett? I'm not sure. He's just trying to get up. Might be Damon Lan, perhaps his lower back, perhaps grabbing him there as we wait for. He's got up and he's walking off, so that's good news, and the game will restart. So probably won't have any extra time unless the umpire's discretion is required for another perhaps minute in the match. Back in there they go, and shuffled out into that pocket. First onto the scenes there was Jovi Kotz, and it goes right near the boundary line. He slipped over as well, and it's holding the ball. So free kick going the way of the Eagles.
Is it Lambert that's got it? Yep. Yeah, this will take his best effort, that's for sure. It's just looking at those trees behind him there. It's going to take a real good kick from here.
It's been interesting today watching those cars up in the background there, back up on that ledge. And a few of them had to spin the wheels to get it to get up there, and then you're sort of frightened they're going to keep going and go over the back and into the small river that's running behind there, which when we rocked up, it was absolutely pouring flat out, full as a goog, and the grape vineyards there all flooded. And as John said, he hadn't seen so much water at his home ground here around the gateway entrance for many years. So here is Green. Will he kick this like a true backman? He has not straightened it up enough. So yes, he does. And he says to himself, gee, this goal kicking's not that easy after all. And I've been giving all the forwards a shellacking all these years down at the back lines. And finally now I know what it's like. He has the hands on the hips. It won't make too much difference in the match. The Eagles 7-6 on the Murray Valley Shed scoreboard. The Creeks on 1-5-11. 7-7, pardon me. And the ball about to come back in. And they go out towards the forward pocket on the entrance side of the ground. And well chipped over. And young Jagger Kotz, he takes the mark. Good little cricketer too for the Langhorne Creek Tigers.
Do we know why they're the Tigers in the cricket and the Hawks in the football?
Because there's already the Lobethal Tigers.
Okay.
That's one of the main reasons. Down into the area down there. Oh, could have got tackled high maybe. No, the umpire says he'll ball it up. And right in front of the McLaren goal. And another one that started well in this match, Darcy Pake. He's another good cricketer for the Langhorne Creek Tigers. As Green, he's drifting forward and he's snapping and he's missing.
Well, he's had a couple of chances now, Green. He just can't find that goal.
He may not get his name in the paper unless he's got a best player next to his name. He has been one of the better players.
He has been one of the better players. I think he might still get his name in the Fleurieu Sun, but it might not be in the goals tally.
Yes, he's certainly been worthy of that with definitely Harris and Evans. Rory Long's probably dropped out a little bit in the match. Had a good first half. Oh, well done here. Snatched it away. It was Tortorelli in towards the goals, and a good mark taken by Goma. So the big ruckman will go back in that right forward pocket. He's kicking from about 40 metres. And if he's anything like me, I'm sure the ruckman will want to kick a goal. And he lines it up. And it looks okay for the line. Has it got enough legs on it? It has. Great goal by the ruckman Goma, and McLaren have 8. Business has picked up with my new wrap. They didn't just do the sign, they designed it too. Indoor or outdoor signs, Apex Custom Wraps have got the signs to make you stand out from the crowd. Banners, flags, posters, safety or magnetic signs, they've got the sign that will look mint in your business, on the fence or vehicle or footpath. No job is too big or too small, just drop your truck in and they'll give it a wrap. Our technicians are experienced and fully qualified. Apex Custom Wraps, 118 Morris Road, Murray Bridge. Or call the team on 0424 158 600 or email ash at apexcustomwraps.com.au. You think of it, we'll wrap it. Back in the middle, clearance with the Eagles. Chipped over, good mark taken here by Cogno. He chips it over and finds, I think it's the 13 there of Ross Crow-Crease. He's had a good last quarter.
Hasn't he? Yeah.
Chipped into that full forward area and a good mark taken down there.
Aaron
Solomon's
Rendy.
Contender, Rendy.
Well, he missed a very gettable mark on the pocket here earlier in the term, but takes a nice overhead one here, and he might get his goal.
And he had it well delivered to him by Anthony Tarner, or Tony Tarner, because you can call Anthony Tony.
You can.
So
Tony Tarner.
TT.
Probably rolls off the tongue nicely.
And a lovely kick it was. And he's just scraped it inside. No, might have even hit the post. And pretty hard to tell with that wind down that end. And goal umpire down there been in the news this week for McLaren, looking very official. And the ball comes back into that right forward pocket. And a lot more difficult goal umpiring than you think. Of course, when you write on your card, you must always write on the card with the card up and out in front of you. Reason being, so that you can still see what's happening
going on
in front of you.
Oh, makes sense.
And keep an eye on the play, because that is one of your jobs as a goal umpire, to keep your eye on the play. You might have a report to make. You might see something happen. And, of course, if you're making a call, you should tap your chest 3 times. And when you have an out on the full, it's always the outside of the arm that you use. So if you're running to the left, it's the left arm. You're running to the right, it's the right arm. It's always the outside of the arm. A few goal umpiring.
There's a bit of an art to it.
As the McLaren player down there runs through the water for a celebration of victory.
Wow, unusual, but as if he wasn't already muddy enough.
And the Eagles win 8-9 to 1-5. The game a lot closer than that scoreline would suggest. And probably the talking point out of it was a little bit of a twinge in the right hammy to Air White, who, we didn't really see a lot of him after quarter time, did we?
See the skipper is going to be an integral part of the run home for McLaren.
But we'll forgive him on a day like today and conditions like this, twinging a hammy in round 14 of Great Southern Footy. Well, coming up in a moment, we'll have the coin toss on the other live stream, so you can grab that off of either Google, MFLTV YouTube, or you just go to the MFLTV Facebook, and the live link is there, or you can just go to our Facebook, Mallee Football-MFNN Sporting Results. And while you're on there, give us a like. And don't forget, tonight you get all the all the scores right around South Australian League community footy, right around all the leagues, 23 of them in South Australia. Let's have a look at the Flurio Milk scoreboard to summarise the match. 2-1 to 2 points. And at halftime, that was the quarter that McLaren won this match, kicking 4-0 and had a 6-3 to 3 points lead. Langhorne Creek will be pleased with that third quarter where they kicked 1-1 to 1 point to win the quarter. But the final term, they just couldn't come home with it. And it was a 2-5 to 1 point final term, which seen to the left of our screen the scoring end in the second half, 8-9 to 1-5, the margin of 46 points in favour of the top team. And definitely no surprises there, running out pretty comfortable winners. And their best player, we thought, was Harrison Evans. He had a great match, the number 40. So that wraps it up here in the league. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage. We'll be back in a moment. Jump in the reserves. We'll be back in a moment with the league. Jump on that other stream. And we have a beauty match of the round covered here at McLaren Districts, round 14. Great Southern footy. If you're venturing off, hope you've enjoyed our coverage. We look forward to you joining us again next time. Stay with us. You're watching MFLTV Live.
Goodison Brewery. Come down for a beer or try a tasting paddle. Maybe bring a picnic and enjoy a day amongst the gum trees and vines. Try a Pilsner, Pale Ale, Ginger Beer, Golden IPA, cider, or one of the other 14 beers that are all naturally brewed and traditionally handcrafted right here on site at Goodison Brewery, 194 Sand Road, McLaren Vale. Open Tuesday to Sunday. See you there.
Stand out from the crowd with your special milestone with a banner from footybanners.com. Just give them a call and they can make a personalised banner as quick as you can run through it. Footybanners.com are your go-to for the grand final day as well. Keep them in mind and they'll whip up a banner and deliver it to you. When you got something to celebrate, do it right the first time with footybanners.com. Phone Mark 0488 288 243 or visit footybanners.com and order online. The community footy experts, footybanners.com.
West End are a proud, long-standing supporter of the Great Southern Football League. There is nothing more iconically South Australian than enjoying a famous red tint on the hill of your local footy ground, and West End will be right there for every clash this season, from round 1 all the way through until the grand final. West End, proudly South Australian, find us on the hill, supporting community sport. Giles Machinery have been working with Flurio and Murraylands farmers for over 40 years. Whether it's a brand new tractor or a used piece of farm equipment you're after, we get it or repair it with minimal fuss. On farm or in the workshop, our technicians have the experience and skills to cover all your needs. Balers, big and small, squares or round, headers, tractors, sprayers, mowers and seeders, we can help you on the ground. You name it, we know it. Check out our website, gilesmachinery.com.au or call 8536 3455.
The lights keep flickering, the switchboard needs an update, and the tenants are complaining there's no hot water. Who are we going to call? Zato Electrical. We can upgrade your lighting and power, hot water service, ceiling fans, switchboards, electrical maintenance, and testing and tagging. Whether it's a new build or renovations, domestic or commercial, they can do it all. Zato Electrical. Phone 0458 349 240. Call or email for a free quote servicing the Murraylands, Tailem Bend, and surrounding districts. Like your house, your car plays a huge part every day, so it's important you look after your assets. When you're looking to give your car some TLC, there's only one name you can trust: Goodyear Auto Care and A+ Electrical and Diesel. We specialise in consumer tyres, commercial tyres, car servicing, store services, brake servicing, balancing, wheel alignments, batteries, air conditioning, diesel tuning and auto electrical. Call Joel and the team today, 8536 2422 or 11 Rankin Street, Strathalbyn. The home home of the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack RT, the Yankalilla Hotel, one of the best pubs on the Flurio. At the Yank, we offer you the very best in quality customer service and warm, friendly hospitality. Tuesday night is Schnitzel night. Their legendary Friday night meat raffles and wheel spins are not to be missed. Proud sponsors of the Yankalilla Football Club. Open 7 days. Go the Tigers! 105 Main South Road, Yankalilla. To book, phone 0885 58 2011 or check out the Yanks Smorgasbord of specials on their Facebook.
There is only one way to get your team top of the ladder. Bridge Aluminium. Manufacturing under the brand All Weld. Making platform ladders, orchid tripod ladders, tradie ladders and mezzanine ladders. They also manufacture vehicle canopies, ute trays, toolboxes and perform truck fit-outs. Aluminium material sales. Their range is the best. Drop into 225 Adelaide Road, Murray Bridge. Email sales@bridgealuminium.com.au or phone 8532 5884. Bridge Aluminium. When it comes to ladders, they're the top team.
It's time to relax. Breathe in, breathe out. That's the feeling you get from the Soul Deep Massage Clinic, specialising in relaxation, remedial massage, trigger point therapy and reflexology. With on-the-spot health fund rebates available. Phone 8531 0499. Refresh your mind, body and soul with the Soul Deep Massage Clinic. 74 Adelaide Road, Murray Bridge.